Alrighty, again, everyone, welcome. My name is Kate with Scott Leroy Marketing. Today, I'm going to be going over the Command mobile app with you guys. So we're going to dive into what that app looks like, how to download it, and some of the various tasks and things that you can do in that Command mobile app. So first things first is finding out which command or which app is the Command mobile app. Now, as you can see here on my screen, I have two apps that currently show KW. The first one is a red square with a white KW icon. That is going to be your Command mobile app. Okay, so that is your on-the-go version of Command. It is limited with some things that you can and cannot do, so just keep that in mind. But it's intended to keep you doing business while you're on the go. Now, the app next to that is the KW Consumer app, okay? That one is strictly for consumers. There is no agent login. There is no agent features. You cannot edit anything in that site. You are just searching that app like a consumer would, like someone that you're sharing that with, to give you an idea of what they're seeing, how to navigate through it, things like that. Okay, so if you are new and have not downloaded either of these apps yet, you want to go to either your app store or you want to go to your Google Play Store. And you can come in here and search KW. Generally, you'll see that both of those apps pop up. Now, again, the first one is the consumer app. So that is for your clients, friends, family. They can search for properties and it keeps you in the know as to what they're doing on that app, okay? Now, the other one is the one that says Command. That's the one we want to download and install for today's class if you haven't already. Mine currently says Open. However, if I had not downloaded this yet, it would say Get, or it may have a download button. Actually, they may have switched. It just says Get now. So you'll see that it says Open. That's because I already have it downloaded onto my phone, but that's going to allow me to take a look at that app. And I can just simply hit that open button and it's going to open that app on my phone. Now, if you don't have that downloaded yet, go ahead and hit get and it will have you go through the motions to download that to your phone. Okay. We're going to go ahead and close out of the App Store. And now we're going to go ahead and actually open our Command app. Okay. So we're going to click on that red and white KW. And bear with me if I pause for a moment. I'm getting over a little something. So occasionally I'll mute just to clear my throat. All right, now we are in our Command mobile app. This screen should look kind of similar because it does look very similar to the Command desktop version. Again, what you can do in this app is a little bit limited, but we're going to go through the entire thing just so you know everything you can and cannot do within this app, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start with our name in the top left corner, okay? If we go ahead and click on that name, you're going to see it gives us a drop down. Now from that drop down, you're going to go ahead and see that we have two profiles. Now that may or may not be the case for you. That's going to depend if you are on a team or if you are on a coaching team or if you're just a single solo individual agent, okay? Since we are on a team, we have the option to see both our team and our personal account, and we can toggle between those two by clicking on them, okay? So we just click on that and click to the account we're looking for. Now below that, you're going to see that we have profile, okay? If we go ahead and click into that, you're going to see we have some very basic information here, okay? We have our photo. If you are part of the 201 club, that means you have 201 contacts or not. This actually doesn't display anywhere on your profiles when you're looking at it from a consumer aspect, but it's just a cool little badge of honor in the Command app to let you know that you are part of that 201 plus club. Now moving down, you're going to see your details, your name, your title, your KW UID if you need it. You'll see your contact information, phone, email, website. You're going to see your brokerage information. You're also going to find your social media links, okay? These are typically things that you've added in your marketing profile in Command already, okay? I'll drag that down. Now you can click this edit in the top right corner and make some very simple edits to this. You can change your photo by hitting that change. You can select one from your phone. You can take a photo right now if you'd like to. That is going to change your profile photo on your marketing profile. So for your website, on your consumer app, all of that stuff, it's going to change it there as well. You also have your name that you can edit, your phone numbers, again, your primary email. So what email would you like displayed on your website and consumer app? Your website. If you're adding your KW website, make sure it is the full URL. You also want to make sure you're not adding a www, okay? The KW websites actually don't work with the www. So if you were to use that, you may get an error, okay? Moving down, you have your market center information again, can be edited if you need to, and your social media links. You can edit any of those right here. Those do need to be the full URL for your public-facing profile, okay? And when I say public-facing profile, you want to view your profile for your business account or your profile like a consumer would, and then grab that URL from the search bar, okay? Then once we're done, we can go ahead and hit save. And then it will update that. Now it can take it up to 72 hours to update on the website and app. However, we typically only see it take about 30 minutes. It's just on the long end. If something's going on, it may take a little longer. We're going to go ahead and go back. And now if we click on our name again, we're going to go through the other options here. So the next one is My Business Card. Now, this is a digital business card that you can use. You can share it. It is kind of limited. It does not have a photo attached to the business card when you share this. So if you're sending it to someone and they're not seeing a photo, there is no option to add a photo when this specific card is shared. We do see agents ask why an old photo may be pulling up. Maybe it is pulling from their account if they have you previously in their phone. We've also seen it pull really old iPhone, Android photos from like those profiles. So if you are seeing one pull, it's typically pulling from that. This, again, is kind of limited with what it will share. It will share your socials, your phone number, your email, your name, and you can go ahead and hit that share button, and it will allow you to share it either via text, email, Facebook, any of those ways you can share this, okay? It's going to add you as a contact to their mobile device. That's why sometimes we see it pull those iPhone, Android profile photos, because it's pulling from your phone's contacts, if that makes sense. All right, we're going to close out of that and go back. Our next option is to share our KW app link, okay? Now, when I click on this, it's asking which app do I want to share, my personal app or the team app. I can go ahead and select which one and hit continue. It's then going to pull up the options for me to share my branded consumer app with anyone I'd like to. Now, again, you may have seen briefly, I try not to pull it because it does have my contact information. But you can share it text, email, phone, Facebook, etc. It's going to have all of those options, okay? Now, right below that, you're going to see privacy policy and terms, as well as the logout option, okay? So that is the entire drop down at the top. Now, moving over, you see manage layout. That's going to allow you to manage this layout that you're seeing on your home screen of the Command mobile app. With that being said, you can drag these options. If you click on them and drag them around, it's going to allow you to move those where you'd like them. You can also go ahead and hide certain things by clicking that little eyeball. Maybe you don't want to see this entire section. You can hide the entire section. You can also click those 6 little dots and drag this down. Maybe you want to see tasks first. Maybe you want to see birthdays at the very top because you want to contact them. Up to you on how you arrange this, what is important to you, what you'd like to see. You also have the option to reset to default, okay? I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, once you go ahead and save, it is going to immediately update this home screen based on what you've selected, okay? Now at the top, based on our layout, we're seeing tasks, who to contact, open opportunities, and birthdays. Any of these little bluish colored numbers or words you can click on, those are always going to be links to redirect you to different sections of the Command app, okay? Now we're going to start going through each of these icons on the bottom of the screen. The first one, of course, is the home screen. So we can kind of click through these, but we're going to be covering these as we go through the other icons. So I'm not going to click on each of those. Okay. Just know that each of these little links will redirect you within the app to that specific piece of information. There is also a plus screen in the bottom right corner. You can add a contact, you can add a task, and you can also add an opportunity. So if you're out on the go and you want to add them, you can go ahead and do that right here. We're going to go through add contact, task, and opportunity as we go through. So I'm not going to do those just yet, but we will get to that. Now, moving on from our home page, you guys, we want to move into the little person icon in the bottom of the screen, okay? Now, as you can see, we are on a filter, so let me reset this. Let's see. I need class to, oh, oops, I'm clicking the wrong ones. There we go. All right, so from our contacts, we can see all contacts. We can see leads. We can see recently active. We can also see smart views. So you can see any of those here. You can move this around and view all of those. We're going to hang out under a smart view because we're only wanting to see certain contacts. At the very top, though, we have three little dots, okay? Excuse me. With those three little dots, we have the option to select multiple contacts. We have the option to import contacts. We can add with a QR code. Now that QR code is going to be similar to our business card. If they have a digital business card with a QR code, you can scan that and it will add them. You can also check your database for duplicates, okay? Select multiples. That's going to allow us to select multiple people, and then we can add Smart Plan, add tags. We can click those three little dots again. Gives us other options. Do we want to add an activity? Do we want to add a note to their account? Do we want to move them to the team account? Add activity is great because if you were in a meeting, maybe you just met with them, maybe you had a call, you can go ahead and mark whatever your interaction was and quickly write a little note so that you know about that interaction and it shows up on their contact timeline, okay? So that is add activity. There's lots of different options for those activities. Again, meeting, call, email, text, maybe you mailed them something. All of those are available. And again, those activities will appear on their timeline in their contact card. Now we're going to go ahead and unselect these. And we're going to hit that X. Now our next three options was import contact. Now I'm not going to go through this one fully because again, it pulls from my personal phone. But if you import contacts, it's going to allow you to import directly from your mobile device, okay? So if you hit that, it's going to allow you to decide who you need to import. Maybe you're looking to import all of your contacts from your phone into Command. You can go through that process to do that, okay? I'll drop an article in the chat before the end of class that goes through those exact steps, just in case you need it. And then adding with a QR code, that's typically going to open your camera so you can scan that QR code and get them added. Now the next one, check for duplicates. And we're getting an error, but check for duplicates is going to go through all of your contacts and see if you have any contacts that may potentially be duplicate contacts. It's going to compare their name, their email, their phone number, and various information to see if they look like they're the same person. And it's then going to allow you to determine if they are or they aren't. If they are, you have the option to merge those contacts, setting one of them as the primary, meaning it will keep the majority of that person's information, and moving any of the additional information over. And again, we have a video on that as well, since it's not working. And it will go through that step by step, okay? As we're moving through this, let's go ahead and look at these contacts down here. So as you can see on this screen here, we have the ability to call them, text them, email them. This is going to open up the various different things on your phone and allow you to go ahead and do that. So if we were to hit text, it's going to open our texting and text them directly, okay? It's then going to prompt us, do we want to add an activity? Do we want to notate that interaction? Okay, same for phone call. If you're emailing them from your phone, it is not always going to pull your KW email to be the email that you are sending from. It is going to pull from your primary email that you are logged into and using on your phone. You should have the option, though, to switch the account that those emails are coming from if you would like to, okay? but that is going to send it from the email logged in on your phone. Let's go ahead and click into one of these. Now, once we're in a contact card, as you can see, we have all of their details. We can view all of that information. We can click the three little dots, edit, change accounts, save them to our phone. We can send them our app link. So lots of options, okay? Again, you have the text, email, call. You also have the three little dots where you can add activity, note, create an opportunity for that person, add a task. Maybe you need to set a follow-up call, add a smart plan. You can add tags here. You can mark them as a lead. So lots of things you can change and edit within the mobile app. The timeline, you can see all of the interactions that you've had with them. You can change this to their entire time and view all of those. You can see the AI summary, which is going to give you an overview of the last 3 months and the interactions that you've had. You can view their opportunities as well as smart plans, notes, if you have any tasks. So you can go through all of that same information on your phone and on the go, okay? Now, really quick, let's go ahead and just create a contact, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to leave, actually, let's go ahead and put a class tag on here. Demo. Okay, so we can add our tag. We can add our name. Actually, let's just do, we can add a phone number. We're just making up random numbers today. Primary email, we can add that. We can also change if it is personal or work. We can add their address if we had it. Lead source, if you wanted to put that in. Assigning, it's automatically assigning us because we are in the personal account. We can add neighborhoods, okay? So we could come in and find a neighborhood. Let's just search in here. We'll go ahead and select that one. Done. Primary contact or preferred contact method, legal name. Again, any of this you can add, or you can always come back and add it later. Birthdays, relationships, etc. We could go ahead and save this contact then, and we're going to see all of that information here. Let's say we got their address. We could go ahead and then add them on the neighborhood nurture because we have an address already set here, okay? So that's how you add a contact, okay? I don't see any questions coming up, so we'll go ahead and keep moving along. To make sure we didn't miss anything as we're going through here. We're going to cover these as we're going. All right. All right, next thing is next. The next thing I want to take a look at is going to be the next icon on the bottom menu bar, which is a little check mark with a list and then a little circle. These are for your tasks, okay? So you can come in here and find your daily tasks. Maybe you're not going into the office today or don't want to pull out your computer. You can come in here and see what tasks you have for the day. If you have any filters set, you can change those. See if we get any pull. We'll just clear those. There we go. We got a ton of tasks. They're all past due. But we can see all of our tasks. We can come in and start getting started on those. We can view if we have any calls today for today only. We can see if we have any text follow-up we need to do. Due later, past due. And we could go ahead and do that. It has a little text button where we could go ahead and immediately text that person and get started. We also have the three little dots where we can complete that task. We can edit, reschedule. We can view the contact card. Maybe we just need a refresher before we call them or text them as to what else we talked about or what the follow-up is for or whatever else you might need. You can click into that text and view the other information. So text, can't talk. Text them at, we have the due date, we have their name, we have a description that it was created by a smart plan. So this is a follow-up from a smart plan. And we can see all of that here. We could go ahead and again, hit that text number. It's going to open the texting on our phone so that we can text them, okay? And then again, it's going to let us know, do we want to add an activity? Do we want to mark this as complete? Okay. Three little dots again will also give the same options as it does out here. Okay. We can also select multiple tasks. Maybe we want to reschedule both of these, change the priority. We can do that here as well. Okay. Same for any of the other tasks. You can select multiples. Filters, of course, you can add a new task. Maybe we talk to our contact and we need to set a follow-up call. We were going into a meeting. We can add a hyperlink if we need to. We can set our priority level. Do we need to call them right now, or when do we need to call them by? When is this due? Is it an all-day task, or do we need a specific time? Maybe we said we'll call them back at a set time. We could go ahead and change that. Does it repeat? Is it a daily repeat, weekly, every month, yearly, custom? Custom's going to allow you to select the frequency, the occurrence, and you can set it up that way as well. Okay. Once we're done, we can go ahead and hit save. Let's just pull up our contact. Save. And now we're all set. Our task was created. Okay. All right. Moving along, our next one is our notification bell. Okay. Now from our notification bell, we can see all of our unread and our read notifications. So if someone's filling something out on our website, if they've submitted something, or if they've requested something on the app, any of those notifications are going to go to your command device. Currently, there is no option to have those new leads, those new interactions texted to you or emailed to you. So the best way to make sure that you are staying on top of those and seeing them as soon as they come through to your command platform is to have the command mobile on your phone and have your notifications turned on. Okay. That's going to allow you to see those right away. You can also see certain notifications if you'd like to see only consumer, maybe they did something in the app. You can come in here, app or the website, and come in here and see those interactions so you can kind of get started on them. They will, of course, redirect you to the contact. So you can call over, email, see what interaction they had, all of that stuff here. Now moving over to our three little dots, you may see some little pop-ups. If there's something new, you can click the X or click through them. The three little lines on the far bottom right of that menu bar, you're going to see that we can access our opportunities, okay? This is the next section we're going to take a look at. This is going to allow us to see our listing opportunities, our buyers. You can also manage your layout. Maybe you work with landlords and tenants. Maybe you'd like to see those as well. You can turn those on and you'll see all four of them, okay? If you don't work with them, you want to leave them off so that you're just seeing what you need to see. You can turn those off the same way. You can also, again, shuffle these around. Do you want to see listings first or buyers first? Maybe you're buyer heavy right now and you want to see those at the top. You can see all of that. It's going to show you that how many are in each bucket, same as your computer. What if you're on the desktop? You have two opportunities in Cultivate, three in Active, etc. So you can go through and click on those. Let's go ahead and click on Cultivate. It's going to allow us to see we have a couple of buyers in here. They're at the very top under received lead. We can move those around. Again, it's always dragging and dropping, okay? So if we want to put these under the bottom one, move them. It's going to let you know at the bottom you have opportunity moved, okay? We can also move those to the other buckets, okay? So if we need to move that up to appointment, we can do that from our phone. So you can move all of these around. We have the three little dots where, again, we can call, text, email. We can view their contact. We can also edit their opportunity, okay, if we wanted to do that. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. This is going to allow us to edit the basic information. Now, with the opportunities on your mobile device, it is, again, a little bit restricted. You can't access documents. You can't send the documents through here, but you can get started on the opportunity and move things around. So it's going to allow us to see all the tags, the descriptions, key dates, if we want to set those up. We can mark the opportunities lost if something happened. Let's go ahead and exit this. Same thing if you just click into an opportunity, you're going to see all of those details You can add tags. You can see any upcoming tasks, any notes that you may have put in here. Um, Click the three little dots. You can edit, same as we just did. Okay. So again, not a ton that you can do in here in an opportunity because you can't see anything beyond this. So you can't see documents or any of that commission. That all needs to be done on a computer still. But you can come in here and get started and move things as they need to. Maybe you need to um, get some tasks done, send some information. At least you can come in here and see your checklist and things like that to get started. Now there is also expand cards. So as you can see, let's go back to one that has more than two. Expand cards and collapse is going to stretch it out so you can see more of the opportunity information and details, okay? So you see the address, the name, the opportunity name. That's going to allow you to click into the contact if you need to. Click into the opportunity. Check the address. It's going to pull it up on the map on your phone, okay? And again, it's going to go through all of the different ones here. You can also create a new opportunity. Let's say you had a buyer call you today. They're ready to get started. You can go ahead and pull them up. You can go ahead and add which phase they are in. You can go ahead and add the address if you have it for them currently, their description, if you know their budget, their financial type, commission rate that you're charging. I always just put 6. Again, key dates, if you need to set those in. Owner and market center. If you are in multiple market centers, you do want to make sure you set this. It cannot be changed once it is set. Same for opportunities in command. The market center and the opportunity type cannot be changed, okay? You'd have to recreate the entire opportunity, change the market center, or if it was a buyer and it should have been a listing, okay? Alrighty. Now, if we go back, we also have the map here, okay? Now, the map is a newer feature. It's really cool because it allows you to come in here and search properties. It is directly from the MLS, all this information. You can come in here and start looking at listings, okay? What's really cool is you can also look at neighborhoods. These ones that say open, that means it has an upcoming open house right here, October 26th. We can go ahead and add that to our calendar. If we have a client interested in this property, we can go ahead and share that calendar event. They know that open house is happening. They can go to it. Within the property, though, you can look at all of the information from the MLS. You can call the listing agent. You can text the listing agent. You can view the entire property description. You can even view this in the KW app if you want to. That's going to redirect you to the consumer app if you have it on your phone, okay? So as you can see, we're shifted from one app to the other. We have all of the features. Everything is here, okay? All of the photos. We have the 3 little dots. We can get directions. We can share this listing with a client. Again, it will redirect the client to the consumer app. You can copy the link to the listing and send it in a text message instead if you'd like. But lots of features here, okay? Now, if we come back, we can also filter. Maybe we just want to look for specific features. We can come in here and set those. I thought there was word for, there it is. You can also look for upcoming open houses or price reduced if you're interested in those. May not pull up both at the same time. So let's just do open house. See if we can find some over here. Maybe? Okay. All right, well, let's not pull anything up. Let's go ahead and reset these. We can also search for those neighborhoods. Okay, maybe you have someone who's looking in a very specific neighborhood. We can view that neighborhood. We can share just that neighborhood. Whoops. We can click the 3 little dots and add one neighborhood to the contact. Maybe this is their specific neighborhood they're interested in. You want to add this to their contact so you can set up that neighborhood nurture. You can go ahead and hit that add to contact, and it's going to allow you to add that to their contact card in command. Okay. So lots you can do in this map. Sometimes you do have to zoom in pretty close to start seeing stuff populate. So keep that in mind if you're not seeing anything or the filters aren't working just right. Sometimes you just got to keep playing around with it to find the properties you're looking for. Okay? All right. Moving to, you can also do the list. If you want to see them all at once versus on the map, you can do that as well. You can do map or click that list to pull it up. Okay? All right, let's go back. Now our next one is quick. Okay? Quick is, of course, the KWIQ. You can come in here and ask it any question you may need to find out, and it will go ahead and give you an answer. There are some prompts that you can kind of look through. What number should I track in my business? It's going to generate a response for you. We'll give it just a second. It gets pretty detailed, so it can take a minute to load all of the information here. So we'll give it a second to finish. It usually ends with some links. Nope, no links today, just a thumbs up or thumbs down. So it gives you all of that information to effectively track your business performance. You should monitor both lead and lag measures. We're not going to go through these, but great tool to use. You can also view your history, past questions that you've asked. You can remove certain questions if you don't want them in there anymore. You, of course, have the guided tours. This is a great way to kind of get started with the command app if you hadn't come to this class, or maybe you just want to see what all it walks you through, because of course it's going to be a little different. You can click through these and kind of get started. It will just take you through little click by clicks and walk you through each of those various options. Okay, so it's going to go over a lot of what we covered today. I'll go ahead and exit. Next, you have command training. Now that's going to redirect you to answers.kw.com. As you can see, it's going to immediately bring you to the command app because it thinks you're looking for information on the command app. So you can go through all of these and see if it's what you're looking for. You can also use that search bar to kind of navigate through and find something else. Notifications preferences. Now this is where you can come in and adjust your notifications that you'd like to see. Through your app and your website, okay? Or desktop version of the command. So this will adjust both of those, the notifications you see on your desktop as well as your command app. So you can come through and click each of these. You can turn on and off what you would like. Now again, specifically for new leads coming in from your consumer app, you're going to want to make sure that you have those turned on. You want to see those right away. You want to have the command app on your phone. Also, make sure your notifications on your phone settings are turned on for your app so that you see those immediately. Okay, so that's the number one way to make sure you're seeing those right away. Turn on your notifications here again. New lead was received, tour request, property inquiry, contact form. These are all going to be things that they can submit through your website or your consumer app, and you want to make sure you see those. Okay, so definitely come here. You, of course, have admin, you have command email. Do you want to see certain things on those? You just want to go through each of these, okay? Do you want to know when there are updates or, where was it? Announcements, KW announcements. Do you want to see those? Do you want to see when your commission is approved or not approved? Your files are rejected. All of those you can come in and adjust here. Referrals, texts, and calls. This is where you can come in and adjust those as well. If you are using Twilio and you are texting, it is not going to reply those texts to your phone. They're not forwarded. Only calls are forwarded. So if you want to see when someone replies to your text message through a smart plan right away, you want to come in and adjust this, okay? So obviously Twilio message received. You want to see that immediately so that you can respond accordingly, okay? And there's of course some other things, Twilio expired, things like that. You can come in and adjust as well. Tasks, do you want to see those? So again, all of your notifications can be found and turned on or off here. You can also adjust this on your desktop if you'd like to see it on a little bit bigger screen. Again, it's going to adjust that for both of them, okay? Alrighty, guys, that is our command app. I know we were done a little bit early. I didn't have a ton of questions, but there is one in the chat. Mike, are you searching through the map? Is that what you're asking? You can just search if you have a specific area you'd like to search. You should be able to just type that in here and it should pull up some options and then it will redirect to that area. So you can search that way as well. You'll still probably end up zooming or pinching in and out on your screen to find the exact area you're looking for, but you can definitely search. I believe it will do zip code as well, and it should, yeah, so it's going to redirect you to that zip code. So you can search by any of those options. You should be able to search for an address. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Can't type. It should allow you to search pretty much any way that you would search for a property. We'll just go ahead and click this one. If that property is in there, it will pull it up. If you just type the address though, it should pull up as well. It should redirect you to that area. Oops. Clicking on things I don't mean to. Alrighty, guys, I am going to stop record, but I'm going to stick around for any questions you guys have. So please go ahead and drop those in. I know we didn't have a ton through class, so if you have any, make sure to let me know and we can take a look at those. And if you don't have questions and want to hop off, thank you so much for bearing with me today. I know I'm a little stuffy, but thank you, and I hope this was a helpful class. I'll stop record. We could go through any questions you guys have, and again, thank you for coming if you are heading out. Whoops.